You were never meant to hustle like a machine. Deep down, you've always known something about the endless grind doesn't feel right. You check your phone for dopamine hits. You chase deadlines that never end. And at night, your soul whispers, there must be another way. There is. Carl Jung once said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But what if that privilege could also be profitable? Not in the empty way we've been taught. Not in selling out or branding yourself until you forget who you are, but in turning your truest self into your greatest source of abundance. Because here's the truth, no one's telling you. Your shadow holds the key to your wealth. Your pain, it's a gold mine. Your weirdness, a signal to your tribe. Your story, a business model waiting to be born. And Jung knew this long before influencer was a job title. This video reveals 5 soul-aligned ways to earn by being more of who you are, not less. But if you click away now, you'll miss the most disturbing truth hidden in your own shadow. You've been programmed to believe that success requires self-betrayal. From childhood, you're praised for compliance, not creativity. You're rewarded for fitting in, not standing out. The system teaches you to suppress the wild, mysterious parts of yourself. The very parts Carl Jung called the shadow. But what if your shadow was never the enemy? What if your rejection of it is what's keeping you poor? Let's reveal the hidden pattern. The world tells you to be the good student. Show up. Follow the rules. Pass the test. But in doing so, you silence the rebel within. The one who questions everything. The one who creates new systems rather than obeying broken ones. Next, you become the silent healer. You feel deeply. You hold space for others. But you stay quiet, afraid to charge for your wisdom. Meanwhile, louder voices profit from borrowed truths. Then comes the starving artist. You pour your soul into your creations, but believe real art shouldn't be commercial. You equate struggle with authenticity, not realizing this mindset starves your spirit and your wallet. You hide inside the invisible one. You observe, you reflect, but you refuse to be seen, fearing rejection. You dim your light, forgetting that influence requires exposure. Finally, you become the overgiver. You serve everyone but yourself. You confuse martyrdom with love. And when your energy depletes, you wonder why no one gives back. 5 archetypes. 1 root wound. Disconnection from your authentic power. Jung wrote, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. These personas aren't destiny, they're defenses, and they block the very abundance you're seeking. Because here's what no one teaches you. Wealth isn't just about action, it's about energy. Money flows toward alignment, toward coherence, toward those rare few who dare to embody all of themselves. Let's flip the script. Your rebellion, market it as originality. Your empathy, monetize it through mentorship. Your art, package it as transformation. Your insights, share them online with resonance and rhythm. Your capacity to gather, build conscious communities that sustain you. This is not about faking it or fabricating value. It's about revealing what was always sacred, you. The world is shifting. Hustle culture is cracking. The new economy isn't about doing more, it's about being more. And the people rising now, they're not the most polished, they're the most honest. But this isn't easy, because to get paid for being yourself, you have to face everything you've hidden. And that takes us to the deeper work, the inner map Carl Jung left behind. To walk this path, you must descend. You must meet the monster under your bed, and discover it's wearing your face. Carl Jung called it individuation, the lifelong process of becoming who you truly are. It's not self-improvement, it's self-return. It's not about fixing what's broken. It's about reclaiming what you've exiled. And when you fully individuate, something strange happens. Your presence becomes magnetic. Your creativity explodes. Your voice carries weight. You stop chasing success and start attracting it. Because alignment isn't just spiritual, it's strategic. Let's break this down. Jung believed every psyche is composed of conscious and unconscious layers. Most of us live only on the surface, showing what's acceptable, hiding what's not. But buried beneath your persona lies the shadow. Every repressed talent, every stifled truth, every untapped gift. This shadow isn't just pain, it's potential. The more you hide it, the more fragmented you feel. The more you integrate it, the more power you gain. And this power, real, embodied, integrated power, is what today's economy quietly rewards. Let's look at the 5 soul-aligned income paths through this Jungian lens. 1. Shadow-based storytelling. You've suffered, but have you told the truth about it? Shadow storytelling means revealing not just the pain you survived, but how it shaped your wisdom. It's not trauma dumping, it's transformation. When you share your authentic evolution, others find themselves in your words. Think of memoirists, recovery coaches, raw podcasters. Their wealth doesn't come from perfection. It comes from relatability. Because in your scar, someone sees their future healing. And when they do, they pay for proximity. 2. Soul-led guidance. You don't need more credentials. You need more coherence. People don't follow degrees. They follow energy. A soul-led guide offers mentorship from lived experience. Whether it's in relationships, creativity, business, or healing, your embodied journey is the authority. Jung wrote, "Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people." You've walked through fire. Now teach others how to walk it with grace. And price your guidance like it matters, because it does. 3. Creative transmutation art heals, but only if it's honest. Your creations must be expressions of the true self, not imitations of what's trending. The shadow here often whispers, "No one will care." But Jung reminds us, the personal is also the universal. When you transmute your inner world into music, writing, visuals, or movement, you give others a map through their own chaos. Don't just sell a product, sell an initiation. 4. Micro-content oracles. Short-form media isn't shallow. It's sacred if you use it right. Every reel, post, or tweet is a spell, a chance to transmit resonance. You're not just posting, you're broadcasting frequency. Micro-content oracles don't chase virality, they channel clarity. When your message carries soul, the algorithm obeys. Not because you tricked it, but because energy is contagious. Jung emphasized the collective unconscious. When you speak from your center, you tap into the entire field, and the field responds. 5. Conscious community building. We crave belonging, but not the fake kind. The new economy rewards those who create intimate spaces. Memberships, circles, programs, retreats. These aren't just revenue streams. They're resonance hubs. You gather your people by being fully yourself, and you keep them by modeling emotional safety, depth, and evolution. The shadow here often fears rejection. What if no one comes? But if you anchor in essence, they will come. Not because you marketed hard, but because you felt like home. Now, let's name the truth. Each of these paths requires exposure. Your inner child may scream, "It's not safe." Your ego may cling to perfection. Your inner critic may whisper, "Who do you think you are?" But Jung warned, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. And yet, this is the gate. Not everyone will walk through it. But if you do, you'll discover something shocking. Money responds to truth. Influence follows integrity. And freedom comes not from avoiding fear, but from integrating it. You are the product. You are the message. You are the brand. But not in the way capitalism taught you, in the way your soul always knew. So the only question left is, will you betray yourself again or begin? Because on the other side of your shadow is your strategy. How long have you been hiding? Not from the world, but from yourself. Every time you silence your truth to be nice, you feed the good student. Every time you undercharge because you just want to help, you fuel the silent healer. Every time you say, "I'm not ready yet," the invisible one nods in relief. These shadow archetypes don't want your success. They want your safety. But safety is not the same as sovereignty. Carl Jung taught that every archetype becomes toxic when unconscious. When you don't see them, they run you. They use your voice. They wear your face. They make decisions in your name, and they call it humility, service, or discipline. Let's unmask them. The good student fears breaking rules. She believes the right formula will lead to success. She loves systems, courses, certifications. But she forgets. Wisdom doesn't come from consumption. It comes from integration. Reframe. You're not here to obey. You're here to innovate. The silent healer thinks visibility is vanity. He hides behind, "Let the work speak for itself." But silence isn't modesty, it's self-erasure. The world needs your healing, but it also needs to know you exist. Reframe. Speaking is not ego, it's medicine. The starving artist romanticizes struggle. She believes money corrupts creativity. She's addicted to suffering because it makes her feel real. But art is not more pure when it's broke. It's more powerful when it's resourced. Reframe. Your art deserves to eat. The invisible one is terrified of exposure. He waits until everything is perfect. He fears judgment, trolls, even praise. Because if people see him, they might misunderstand. So he hides. But invisibility costs influence. Reframe. Being misunderstood is a price worth paying for being seen. The overgiver thinks love means sacrifice. She overdelivers, undercharges, and burns out. She believes she must earn her place in people's lives. But giving from emptiness isn't generosity, it's control in disguise. Reframe. Boundaries are holy. Each of these archetypes lives in your unconscious. Each has noble origins, but none deserve to run your business or your life. Jung warned, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. So they build strategies that betray their essence. They launch offers that feel dead inside. They copy others and call it research. But the ones who rise now, the magnetic ones, are not the smartest, the prettiest, or the most credentialed. They're the most integrated. They don't just sell, they transmit. They don't just create, they channel. They don't just build, they become. And here's what no guru will tell you. You can't scale beyond the self you refuse to face. If your inner child still believes success means abandonment, she'll sabotage every launch. If your shadow still equates visibility with danger, he'll kill every bold idea. If your ego still ties self-worth to achievement, you'll chase goals that drain you. That's why no amount of marketing strategy works when your psyche isn't on board. Because business is just a mirror, and money is a frequency. It rises when you rise. So look at the version of you who has everything you want. The income, the impact, the freedom, the flow. She isn't more talented. He isn't more lucky. They've just made peace with their shadow. They've stopped negotiating with fear. They've chosen coherence over performance. And so can you. But the next move isn't tactical. It's internal. Are you ready to stop hiding? Because the next chapter doesn't begin with a funnel. It begins with a funeral. The death of your false self. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet tension inside you, pulling between who you are and who you've been pretending to be. It's time to choose. Because the old self, people-pleasing, overworking, undercharging, is dying. And the new self isn't interested in survival. It wants sovereignty. Carl Jung taught, the most intense conflicts, if overcome, leave behind a sense of security and calm that is not easily disturbed. This is your turning point, not just spiritual, but structural. Let's talk about how you build a life where being yourself is your business. Step 1. Anchor into your authentic energy. Before the offer, before the niche, clarify your essence. What do you stand for? What do you embody effortlessly? Look at your lived experience, your deepest truths, the themes that never leave you. These are not distractions. They are direction. Your essence is your economy. Step 2. Build an ecosystem, not a funnel. Forget linear marketing. Think holistic resonance. Create multiple pathways for people to meet your work. A powerful origin story, soulful content, invitations into deeper spaces. Not everyone needs to buy right away, but they do need to feel you. Ecosystems are alive. They grow with you. They evolve, just like the psyche. Step 3. Structure for flow, not just productivity. This is where most soul-driven creators break. You build a business that burns you out, then wonder if you're meant for this. But alignment means designing your systems around your real rhythms. Are you most creative at night? Do you need more rest between launches? Are you a seasonal thinker? Structure your days like sacred architecture. Because if you feel trapped inside your dream, it's not a dream, it's a prison. Step 4. Stay spiritually and creatively nourished. You are the engine. Your nervous system is your infrastructure. Protect your energy like it's your income, because it is. Make time to create without monetizing. Play without purpose. Connect to the mystery without mining it for content. You are not a machine. You are a myth in motion. Step 5. Let your business evolve with your soul. Jung warned against fixating on fixed identities. Your work, like your psyche, is always transforming. You may outgrow your audience. You may shift your message. That's not failure. It's fidelity to your inner truth. Your only job is to stay coherent. Because coherence is what magnetizes, not polish, not perfection. Coherence. It's when your voice, your values, your offers, your energy, your essence all line up. That's when you stop chasing clients and start being chosen. Because people can feel when you're congruent, and they crave it. In a world of noise, you become signal. But here's the secret Jung never shouted. Power isn't loud. It's clean. It doesn't grasp. It doesn't hustle. It resonates. And if you learn to stand in it, your life becomes the strategy. Your presence becomes the invitation. Your shadow becomes your brand. And your becoming becomes your business. But to rise in this new economy, you must give up the illusion of safety. You must trade comfort for coherence. And you must bet everything on your own becoming. The next step is small, but seismic. You've reached the edge now. The edge of old stories. The edge of false humility. The edge of the self you've outgrown. And just beyond this edge, a life where you earn by being whole, not hustling, not hiding, not hustling while hiding, but leading with essence, creating with clarity, receiving without guilt. Carl Jung never built a business, but he built something greater, a model of the human soul. And he knew, who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens. You've dreamed long enough. Now it's time to awaken and take aligned action. If this video cracked something open, don't scroll away. Like it to anchor your resonance. Comment the one archetype that's been running your income story. And if you know someone hiding from their own brilliance, share this now. Subscribe for future episodes that map inner transformation to outer liberation. Because this is just the beginning. In the next video, we'll dissect the guru trap, why most spiritual entrepreneurs unconsciously mimic the very systems they wanted to escape. You'll learn the shadow signs of false authority, how to spot projection in your audience, and how to lead without becoming a brand version of your trauma. You don't need a script to be sovereign, but you do need a mirror. And now you have one.